According to some latest leaks out there, Samsung could unveil the Galaxy Z Fold and Flip 5 on July 6th at its Unpacked event. And Samsung's TV win an award for Best Display in 2023. I give you all the details about both of those stories in this video. Let's check it out. What is going on, everybody? It is me, Jamoka from Sounds Nerdy, and welcome to the channel. Before I dive into each of these stories, if you are new to this channel, please do me a huge favor. Consider hitting that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell and hit a like button if you like this content. So let's dive into each of these stories real quick. First up, leaks suggest Samsung could unveil Galaxy Z Fold and Flip 5 on July 6th. This is a story out of PocketNow.com. A new leak claims that Samsung could launch the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Galaxy Z Flip foldable flagships much earlier than we thought. Usually they announce their products around in the fall, at least the flips or the foldables that they've been doing in the past few years. They announced them in August and they launched in like September. So it looks like this year they may be launching a little bit earlier. We've heard rumors of the upcoming Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Z Flip 5 for a few weeks, and we'll likely hear more in the upcoming weeks leading up to this new supposed launch date, which will reportedly happen earlier than we initially thought. Samsung is rumored to unveil the new Galaxy Z Fold 5, Galaxy Z Flip 5, and the new Galaxy Watch series, and the new Galaxy Tab S9 series of tablets at its next Unpacked event. According to a Korean news outlet, Chosun, Samsung will reportedly unveil the new Galaxy Z series 2 weeks earlier than previous foldable series on July 6th. The outlet claims the new foldable flagship series will be unveiled on July 6th, with sales commencing on August 11th. So there you have it, a few weeks earlier than normal. The publication also clarifies that Samsung will host its Unpacked event in Seoul, Korea, and not in the US. According to Chosun, the reason for the earlier release is due to sluggish sales of the semiconductor chip business that have affected Samsung's profit margin, and the move could further boost sales of its devices. I don't know if you've been paying attention, like the last couple, when they had their earnings call a couple of weeks ago, I believe their chip division was down 95% in terms of revenue. That is a huge drop. So obviously they're hoping that pushing this up to an earlier date will spur some more sales for them. This move could also help Samsung get ahead of Apple, with the iPhone 15 series expected to launch sometime in the middle of September, and get a head start and convince more people to upgrade and make the switch. So there you have it. There's some more details down here about some of the dimensions around the phone. I did do a previous video covering that in more detail. I'll try to link that here. I think I did cover up most of this stuff. It just goes into details about what the size is. So it will stay at 6.2 inches. The device will remain 154.9 millimeters times 129.9 times 6.3 millimeters when unfolded, and 154 by 49, 154.9 by 67.1 by 130 by 13.5 millimeters when folded. So they just go into details about that. I believe overall the Galaxy Z5, the Z Fold 5 is going to be a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller, but have I think a bigger screen on the inside, if I'm not mistaken. And the same thing with the Flip. I think some of the dimensions pretty much stay the same, but the article goes into detail. It does talk a little bit more about the Snapdragon 82 Gen chip that's also in the Galaxy S23 lineup. So they will be coming to these devices. And obviously they will have the IPX8 water resistance. There are rumors that they may have the official IP68 for dust resistance, but we'll see what happens when at the Unpacked event, see if that comes to fruition. The dust has been an issue on the previous Galaxy foldables, and next generation it could mark the first time we see this arrive in foldables. I've owned a few of I've owned the 3 and the 4. I did not notice any. I didn't have any problems with dust. I did have a screen issue with the 3, so I had to replace that. But as far as dust, I didn't have the issue. I'm sure people out there are having issues. Again, they are water resistant. When I did my review of the 3, I dunked the thing in water, no problem. I also put my 4 in water, so it's good to go in terms of water. Dust, I'm not so much worried about. I think if you live in a dusty environment, that may be something that may be important to you, but overall, I think their phones have been pretty durable. I think the 4 is more durable than the 3. So I'm looking forward to seeing the 5 being more durable than the 4 and the 3. So looking forward to that. All right, let's move over to the next Samsung story. Samsung's QD-OLED or Quantum Dot OLED gets Display of the Year 2023 award. This is a story out of sammobile.com. Samsung came back to the OLED TV market with a bang thanks to its new Quantum Dot OLED technology. The company's QD OLED panels have received many accolades thanks to higher color volume, higher luminance, and improved brightness. Now it has received the prestigious Display of the Year award from SID. Samsung's display manufacturing arm, has announced that its Quantum Dot OLED panel for TVs and monitors has received the Display of the Year 2023 award from SID, Society for Information Displays, the world's biggest display society. According to SID, Samsung's QD-OLED panel has various groundbreaking technologies to deliver stunning colors, stupendous details, and an immersive experience. The panel can produce lifelike colors precisely and consistently. Now, I own the last year's model of their Quantum Dot T S95B, and it is a beautiful picture. I would say out of all the TVs I've owned, I also own a LG OLED panel. It's a few years old, but that was great looking. But then when I got my hands on this TV is amazing. It is great. The colors are amazing. Details, the blacks. I mean, Samsung really did do a number when they jumped into the Quantum Dot OLED. Again, Quantum Dot and OLED, the best of both worlds. You get your darks and your blacks, your infinite blacks in your OLED, and you get your bright popping colors that you get from Samsung OLED. Combine the two together, and you get a very nice crisp picture. So definitely deserving of the award for Samsung to win that. So there were some issues with the S95B, if I remember. I think when they had released the TV, it was supposed to have a brightness of about 1500 nits. That's what the manufacturing was. That was the marketing and everything. There was an update that they pushed out that dropped the brightness under 1000 nits. So you're talking about a huge nerfing of the brightness, going from 1500 nits to under 1000. Still, there were reviewers out there that went through it, showed the test, and showed how the brightness was nerfed. So that's very concerning. I didn't get a chance to review the TV prior, so I don't know if the brightness was affected. I didn't see it, so I can't really tell you firsthand if that's the case. But according to some reviews out there, that is the case. With the S95C, which is a 2023 model, it is 2000 nits. Now, again, I don't know if they nerfed the brightness after an update. I haven't looked at any reviews for it, but hopefully they did not, and hopefully the consumer cry out about what they did last year will stop them from doing that to the 90. I don't know. I have to look at the reviews and see if that happened. But again, it is a very impressive television set. Let me finish reading this article real quick. SID talked about Quantum Dot OLED's ability to reproduce 90% of the BT 2020 color space, which is the biggest color space used in the industry. Quantum Dot OLED has also won 2 back-to-back CES Innovation Awards in 2022 and 2023. Samsung's second generation Quantum Dot OLED panel offers 30% improved color brightness and lower power consumption thanks to the hyper-efficient EL materials. Yeah, so again, congrats to Samsung for that display. Congrats to the awards. Again, it is very deserving. I know last year's TV was amazing. I haven't had a chance to own this year's version. I'm not in the market for one right now, but again, from what I know from last year, if the 95C is 30% better, then they definitely will deserve that. So good thing for Samsung out there. And that is everything I have for you in this video, guys. If you like this video, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Drop me a comment down there. Tell me, are you interested in the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, Z Fold 5, the Flip 5? Also, have you checked out their Quantum Dot OLED TVs? If you haven't, I definitely advise you to go check it out. If you do, let me know down in the comments what your experience is with it. If you want to stay up to date with the latest tech news, head over to my website at soundsnerdy.com where I curate tech news covering Apple, Samsung, Google, Android, computing, and more general tech news. All on my website at soundsnerdy.com, and I bring it to you in one convenient location so you don't have to navigate to 15 between different websites. You can go to one website and get all that for you. So until the next video, guys, stay nerdy.